The Rockefeller life insurance strategy for building multi-generational wealth and a lasting financial legacy. The Rockefeller formula and how overfunded life insurance make you more tax-free dollars, adding value with tax efficient planning. John Davison Rockefeller Sr. He was an American business magnate and philanthropist. He was considered the world's first modern day billionaire and the wealthiest person to have ever lived. It is estimated that he would have a net worth of almost $400 billion in today's dollars. He was richer than Elon Musk. As quoted by Robert Kiyosaki, it's not how much money you make, but how much money you keep and how hard it works for you and how many generations you keep it for. And as quoted again by Robert Kiyosaki, there are only two things you can invest: time and money. Of the two, time is more important. The Rockefeller family have followed a set of principles and practices that has protected and grown the family wealth for generations and are still getting paid off the legacy, especially the one John D Rockefeller Sr. set up more than 100 years ago. This is a tremendous legacy. Would we like to build and leave a legacy? Is it possible for us to live wealthy, not only leave our kids better off than we were, but also spark a financial legacy of wealth and empowerment that lasts for generations? How to set up what we call the Waterfall of Wealth that will leave a lasting legacy for our family for years to come? Well, we can do all of those things utilizing what we call the Rockefeller Method. What is the Rockefeller or Waterfall life insurance strategy? Life insurance products are a great way for the wealthy to minimize their tax bills. The term waterfall concept refers to a popular estate planning strategy that facilitates tax deferred rollover or transfer of a whole life insurance policy from the policyholder to their child or grandchild. This tax deferred rollover or transfer of a life insurance policy from one generation to the other is a unique feature of life insurance that enables cash value growth inside the policy, which is tax advantaged and not available with other types of investments which are subject to income tax or capital gains tax. So we are winning all around. Some of the most powerful and wealthy people of the past century have relied on the power of the Rockefeller method using cash value life insurance or whole life insurance. Along with the Rockefeller family, the elite list includes people such as Walt Disney, J.C. Penney, Ray Kroc from McDonald's, the Rothschilds family, John F. Kennedy, and Franklin D. Roosevelt. Irrevocable life insurance trust. The most tax efficient way to purchase the policy would likely be in an irrevocable life insurance trust. The Rockefellers used a series of irrevocable trusts that helped pass down wealth to future generations. Creators of irrevocable trusts are commonly called grantors. A grantor of an irrevocable trust creates the trust and contributes funds or property to the trust. However, the grantor cannot amend or revoke the trust agreement. These trusts both fund and remain funded through life insurance policies and include strict stipulations that protect the family from the risk of irresponsible behavior. Transfer of one's life insurance policy to someone else. Sorry. A person can transfer his rights or title and interest in a life insurance policy to another by assigning it to them. This is usually done in order to provide security for a loan or secure the financial interest of the other person. After the insurance policy is assigned, the assignee is set to receive the benefits from it. Additional advantages of waterfall strategy. In addition to its tax advantages, the waterfall concept can help avoid some of the pitfalls that can apply to gifts and other large-scale transfers of wealth. For example, waterfall concepts can be carried out using only the terms and conditions of the original insurance contract without requiring the involvement of potential costly lawyers and intermediaries. Similarly, transferring wealth through a waterfall concept can help prevent those assets from being allocated to other parties as part of the probate process. Probate is the legal process by which a will is validated and the assets of the deceased person are distributed to their heirs. The probate process can be long and complicated. This waterfall of wealth benefits each generation involved. For us as the parent or grandparent, we keep control of the life insurance policy. We can reduce our tax liability on some of our other investments by redirecting them into a tax advantage life insurance policy. While we own the policy, we can use access to the policy's cash value. And for the kids or future generations, when ownership transfer happens, our child gets permanent life insurance for their family. They can access the policy's cash value to pay for things like education, buying a house or other real estate, building their own retirement, or continuing the financial legacy that we have started for future generations. The waterfall of wealth method is a great way for us to pass wealth down to future generations in a secure and tax efficient way that still gives us control and use of the funds while we are still alive. This is our legacy. Applying the Rockefeller method to our cause. John D Rockefeller Sr. is the most legendary name in America's business history. Forever, he will be remembered not only for being the wealthiest American, but also the richest modern person. How can we apply the Rockefeller's method for establishing a family bank in our own life and start our own lasting legacy? John D. Rockefeller Sr.'s two life goals from when he was young were to become a billionaire and live to be 100 years old. And he did both. Well, almost. He became a billionaire and lived to be 98 years old. We want to live a long life with great sight and with great thriving stamina. It may not be billions like the Rockefellers, but we have been given the power to create wealth. Through the power of compounding, a small amount of money can grow over time into a substantial sum. Compounding and time are an investor's best friend. Watch the video, The Rice and the Chessboard, in the description, which explains exponential growth. Compound interest causes exponential growth. The power of compounding is one of the most powerful forces in finance. This concept allows investors to create large sums with little initial capital. Learn to produce, preserve, and perpetuate wealth for generations to come. If we desire it, we can do it. May the force of financial protection and estate planning benefits be with you. Please go through the description for the sources for this presentation. I've shared the link to my next presentation, Bank-Owned Life Insurance, the Tier 1 asset for banks, at the end of this presentation. And do not forget to check out the playlist for more presentations. If there is something to gain and nothing to lose by asking, by all means ask. Thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation. I sincerely appreciate it. Namaste.